Hello guys, welcome to Architectural World. In today's episode, I'm going to be treating a comment from a subscriber. He said, sir, anytime I export to Atlantis, I don't used to see it in my system. Sir, what will I do, sir? I replied you, Shikere Joshua. I replied you last night. I said, do you have Atlantis installed? So you haven't responded. So because I'll be very busy this week, that's why I just want to do a video for you. This video is for you and anybody that is having difficulties in accessing their exported files from Atlantis, from ArchiCAD to Atlantis. So please let's quickly dive in. In case you're just coming across the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to Architectural World and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. It's very easy. All you just need to do is just click your subscribe button. Then
Hello, welcome to
don't forget
Architectural
we
World.
have a
Today
lot
we'll
of
be learning how to
we have a lot. When I said a lot, I mean a lot of videos already installed, already put in place. You can see we have a lot of videos already put in place. It's just for you to go into our video content and choose the one that best suits you. And if you're having any difficulties or you have anything you want us to treat, kindly indicate in the comment section so we get it treated. You can see that we have 127 videos uploaded already. I want to say a big thanks to our 1650 subscribers. So back to what we are treating now. This is ArchiCAD. I'm going to open my ArchiCAD. You can use any version of ArchiCAD, 18, 20, whatever. But this is just how to do it to solve that particular issue. Let's go back to the issue. I think to solve this particular issue, that whenever he exports his files from ArchiCAD to Atlantis, he don't used to sit on his system. Fine. When you're experiencing something like this, there could be two reasons. One, you have multiple Atlantis installed on your system and the Atlantis doesn't know which one to pick. Then secondly, if you don't have multiple Atlantis installed to your system, it's going to be basically your system arrangement have scattered. Like it's turning the Atlantis file down to a raw file that is not loading. So it's either you reformat your system or you will load. But for you not to reformat your system, what you need to do is very easy. So you keep your files. All you just need to do right now is just come down to the spot. Now this is my 3D. This is my 3D. Now let's assume this is your ArchiCAD and you want to export this file to Atlantis Studio. So this is my 3D. Once I take the desired elevation, let me assume I want to elevate this. Okay, so I'll come down to my file setting. Please listen very well and follow the procedure. I'll come to save as, which is normal step you used to do. Then on this save as, this is where you can solve that particular problem. E.g., now let me take you to my folder. Before you save this project, if you want to look for this project, if you see very well, you can see these are Atlantis files. You can see very well, these are all Atlantis file. They are reading as raw file, like a notebook that doesn't exist. You can see very well, these are all Atlantis file. They are not reading as Atlantis file. It's like the software is not installed. This is what you're experiencing. So what I need to do right now, I'll come here. I'll come to the desired folder so I can be able to locate the file that I need. Now, let me break it down to you. Now, I want to export to Atlantis Studio 5. You want to look for the invisible file after exportation. Now, you can go to your profile. These are the jobs that I do. These are my folder. You know, when you click export, it takes you automatically. Let me go back. When you click file, you click save as, automatically it takes you down to a folder. You can see it takes you down to a folder. So on this folder, choose a specific folder that you can use to trace this file. Let me take it again. On this folder, choose or create a specific folder on any of your folder you are working with. Now, let me say this 3D that I'm about to export belongs to Mr. Kingsley, a client that just delivered this job. Okay, let me look for Mr. Kingsley. I'll come down to, okay, Mr. Kingsley client. I'll click this folder, and inside this folder I have other folder, but I'm okay if this file comes into this Mr. Kingsley folder. So I'm going to name it what I can easily see. Now let's say rendering. Let me take for example rendering. Okay, now I've named it rendering. It's already as Atlantis Studio 5 because if you're exporting from 20, if you are exporting for ArchiCAD 18, automatically the highest version is Atlantis Studio 5. Then if you are exporting from ArchiCAD 19, 20, 24, that is when you'll be looking at Atlantis Studio 19 or 19 upward. So now, whatever Atlantis you are using is already on selection. So you don't need to select this. All you just need to do is choose a specific folder, then pick tag it what you can recall. So I tag rendering, then I'll save. Let's see how it goes. You don't need to edit all these things, you already know. So you just export. Now I'm exporting my file. You can see file has been exported. My file has been exported. So I'll come down here, I'll close all these parts. Please, Shikera, please follow what I'm doing. I'll come down to this part. Okay, now I'll come down to my plan. Okay, let's go to Mr. Kingsley client. You can see this is Mr. Kingsley client. This is the job. Then you can see this is what I just rendered. Let me zoom it for you to see. You see, this is my rendering tools. You can see it came out at Atlantis Studio. You can see very well. It came out at rendering.atl. If I load this file, it's not going to load. If I load this file, it won't load. It will come out as what do I, you can see this is what it came out from. More apps, blah blah blah. You can see the app to load this file was not specified. This is what you're experiencing. The app to load this file is not specified. It has become something else. You can see what it becomes. It becomes something else. So how do I solve this? How do I solve this? Very easy. Now you come down to your studio. You come down to your you come down to your file manager. Sorry, I'm having kata. I'm having sore throat. That's why. You come to your Atlantis Studio 5. The studio you want to use in the rendering. You come to the studio. You allow it to load. Mine is loading. Atlantis Studio is loading. So in case you're just coming across this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out our classes. And if you're having difficulties in architecture, just indicate in the comment section and we're going to have it treated immediately without you stressing yourself. So let's allow it to load. Okay, it has come up. Now you can see these are numerous jobs that I've done. This is not what I'm opening. So you come down to this analog here, this open Windows menu. You come to open your file. Once this folder comes up, you just locate the exact folder. You locate the exact folder. You know, I use rendering. So you just locate the folder and pick that particular stuff you rendered. You pick it up, you locate it. Once you locate, you can see it's opening. Rendering.ati is opening. You can see it very well. Perfect. You see, my rendering has come up. The file I exported from ArchiCAD has come up to Atlantis Studio. You can see very well from here. It has come up to Atlantis Studio. Okay. So this is my file. You can see, you know, once you export to Atlantis, it has to be stable before it can display properly. This is my Atlantis. Now, for you to see this file as Atlantis Studio on that my folder, I have to save this file. Like I'll come here, I'll click save. Once I save this file, automatically, let me go back to the folder. Let me refresh this folder. I'm with you. Okay, Mr. Kingsley. Okay, come down here. Let me close this. Okay, it's coming up. So you come down to this spot, you save your file. You can see it's under rendering. You save here. Yes, replace. Now I've saved this my file, and you can see that this file was exported from ArchiCAD down to Atlantis Studio. And that is the method. That is what you need to be using anytime you want to export any of your design from ArchiCAD to Atlantis. You can see, and I can now work on it from Atlantis. Now if you don't want to go through this first process, because the process I just initiated was the first stage, you don't want to go through this process and you come back to your Atlantis and you find out that your files are coming out as raw files, there is another way for you to open it. All you just need to do is click the file. You click the file. I've already set mine. That is why all these are Atlantis icons. It's because I've set mine. Now, assuming yours was not displaying like this, you just click your you right click. Once you right click, you come to open with, you come to choose another app, or if the moment you click this file, it's going to give you something like this. It's going to come up like this. Had it been mine was not on already arranged, yours is going to, once you click the file, yours is going to come up like this. So you come to more apps, more apps. So from these more apps, you look for another apps on this PC. Once you click, it's going to take you to a folder. Okay, fine, let me scatter this so I can bring it up for you. So you come back to this folder. This folder is where you pick the software that you know is going to run that file. So I'm using Artlantis Studio 5 because that's the software that's going to run it. So I'll just come down to this Artlantis Studio 5, just click it, then I'll click open. I'll click open again, and automatically this part is going to come out. So I'll come to Artlantis Studio, I'll pick the file, then I'll click open. You can see once you activate it, any file relating to Artlantis Studio is going to automatically update itself. It's going to automatically update itself. So please, if you find this video useful and you want to join our next class, please kindly drop a like icon for me and drop a comment. Thank you.